Hi there, it's Terry from Terry B Fantasy Crafts. So Easter's over with, and I believe next in the event list of the year for crafters is probably Father's Day. Of course, weddings, it's a big season for weddings during the summer, and I think I've done a video on the new stock we've had from Sweet Dixie with all the dies, wedding dies. So today what I'm going to do is go through, give you some idea of a CD that's fairly new from Magik Graphics called A Man's World. It's an alternative, and when I say alternative, I don't mean as in goth and steampunk and fantasy, although there are pictures, images in here that could probably be used for steampunk. It's just alternative to football, darts, beer, bowling, and all those sort of things that are on the market for Father's Day and for men. I mean, men in general, for birthdays, etc. This is ideal for, and also it doesn't stop at the men. It's really good for a lot of women. I know somebody who that would be excellent for. So right, forwards. Right, the first thing I'm going to show you is a card that I've made using the CD. Let's get off there. Now everything you see on the card, apart from those two corners and the greeting, obviously the string, is I've got from this CD. So this is an 8x8, the background, that's an 8x8 background, and this is one of the toppers. This is a background, and this is what she's called on there, a ribbon. That's been actually printed onto copy paper and stuck onto a card. I forgot to change over the paper in the printer, so hence I had to stick it onto card. So that, as I say, came from one of the files on the CDs, and I will pause here for just a tiny bit to tell you how. I get a lot of questions about, what are they, how do you use them, and I will do a full video on that. Apologies to those who have heard this before. You literally take this out of the wrapper, put it into your CD drive, locate your CD drive, it's normally called something like D or E, click on that, you'll get a lot of files, and then click into one of them just like you would any other file, and you'll have all these different elements. They'll all be called large, topper, ribbons, insert. So just work your way through to see what you want. There'll be I think there's 12 different folders on these. She normally does between about 10 to 12. I'm pretty sure there's 12 on this one. So back to where I was. Card and some of the elements that are within that folder. So first of all, I'll show you, I can put this, no, it's not very good, is it? From this, the topper that I've got here, okay, I've got this left. So obviously that came from that corner. There's another 3 cards in the making there before we start. This is part of the backing paper down there. As you can see, it's copy paper. So the rest of the ribbons on that. And here's another backing paper that she's got on there. This is one of 4 of the A4 backing papers, and you've got a few of these 8x8s. Just to show you the stopper, copy paper. The printing on these CDs is absolutely fantastic. Sue, I shouldn't call her she. Sue has done them in such a high resolution that you don't need to use colour on your printer settings. You can just use same colour. Don't use the best colour settings on your printer. Just print them off with using the normal, which means you don't use so much ink. And as you see, copy paper. The print is amazing. Probably see better on. There you go. Copy paper. Brilliant. You wouldn't tell the difference between whether you bought that or printed it off. Okay, so let's put this one down. Next card. It's right way up. Here's this one. Again, use backing paper from this folder, 3 toppers and a sentiment, and that all came from, the toppers were on the top, on there, and that's what's left of the sentiments. Now this is just behind one folder, these sentiments. There's sentiments behind every folder, and every folder has 3 toppers. Also from that card, there is, I think that's called a backing paper, but as you see, yes, it can be a backing paper, but you can make a marvellous picture out of that. And Sue's happy for you to take them into serif or any other packages similar, and change colours, add wording, whatever you can do in those packages. Unfortunately, I possess one, but I haven't got to grips with it. So that would lead me on to the angel policy. As long as it's a finished product, you can sell as many as you want, make as many as you want. It's an excellent angel policy. Right, the last of the cards, some of you may have seen this before, is this one. Now everything on here, apart from the string, is from the CD. That you can see that I've used a black card, and that is backing paper from the CD. Also the relax I think was in one of the ribbons, and backing paper there. Another backing paper, confuse you, which is an 8x8, is that one, and that is absolutely gorgeous. I'd love to have a card like that. That's just so beautiful. I'll just show you a little bit just so you can see the quality of that image. I mean, that reminds me, the pebbles, it wasn't from this one. I printed a few of these off using the toppers for other things to make, to decoupage the, to decoupage the pebbles. Okay. Now a few other bits and pieces on there. This is from another folder, and this is an insert. So you can take that into various programs. Even I can do that and take it into Pigmentkey and add text on there. And you could use it as a front page with a sentiment. You could even sort of cut round. Yeah, some more ribbons from one of the folders. And there's one of these behind it, within, I keep saying behind, within every folder. And then there's this one. So, and that will be within every folder too. So there's lots and lots and lots more I haven't shown you because I wouldn't have the time, to be honest. My printer would eventually run out of print if I were to print them all. In fact, it would run out quickly, and I'd probably use another few cartridges, and that's printing on, not on best colour, if you see what I mean. Okay, so that's it from me for today. I hope you've loved that CD as much as I do. If you're interested or would like to purchase it, it's available on my website, www.fancycrafts.co.uk. It's £12.99. If you'd like to keep up with the stock that I have, and I also do starting to do some videos, some tutorials on different bits and pieces. I've already done one on mini die cutting machines. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you actually, going back to the subscription for emails, if you subscribe to that, you'll get 10% off your first order. Sorry, you get confused there. You get 10% off your first order for subscribing. And that's it from me. Just to say, I will put links to the actual CD underneath. So until the next time, goodbye. Bye.